May 6th, beginning our day. Another beautiful day, another day in paradise. It was a little bit too windy a couple days ago, but now it's good again. It wasn't quite absolutely perfect, it was just 80% perfect. So, mindfulness of the body, this is a good thing to cultivate. I've been having this problem with sciatica, and I keep making more discoveries about it, and it really seems to be true for me, as is true for all other people who seem to get it, that they come to their own way of relating to it, their own way of dealing with it eventually. No matter how many doctor appointments, how many treatments you get, you end up finding your own way. So that's mindfulness of the body. So, of course, when it first happened over 2 months ago, I got very little. I was sleeping very little because it was just too painful to lie down. I almost didn't sleep at all for 8 days in a row, and then discovered that I could lay on my right side with a pillow between my knees. So that was that was a good discovery. I found out that afterwards that was a thing, actually, for people with sciatica. But then, so I've been doing that to the present, but then I've had some other issues, kind of a lot of pain getting up in the morning. So ditched the pillow, and that seemed to help now. So at first the pillow helped, and now not having it helped. So sometimes we need to take medicine, and it helps for an ailment, but then once we start to get better, we need to stop taking the medicine. The medicine might actually be the thing that makes us get sick. So this is getting skillful with treatment. There might be a certain practice that we need to do for a certain period of time, but then once we gain insight into that practice, maybe we don't need to do it. So it seems that the pillow between the knees was actually one of the main causes for the pain getting up in the morning recently. So then having set that aside and just sleeping normally, and then getting up and expecting there to be pain, and suddenly, oh, it's better. Oh. It feels wrong somehow. That it should be hurting, but it's not as much. It's still there, but it's definitely fading. So just having to try different things. Sometimes we just have to try different things in order to learn how the body actually works. And then as we go about the work period and do various things in the morning time, whether it's cooking or going about with whatever daily tasks, maintenance in the monastery, then we do need to be careful how we use our bodies. And a lot of times, if we're someone who's sincere, wants to get a lot done, slowing down just a bit can be incredibly beneficial. And that can actually cause us to get more done because we're doing things in a more optimized way with more mindfulness. And sometimes things can get going really fast in the kitchen, and there can be kind of a time crunch, and then we might find ourselves walking through the kitchen with a knife pointing out. And I've seen this before, where many times over the years, where somebody doesn't know how to hold a knife, so they're walking through the kitchen quickly with a knife pointing out. And just to be careful about things like that. One is, if you're the one holding the knife, know to hold it down and not pointing out. And two, if you're one of the people who is working with that person, to be mindful and know to dodge the knife when it's coming at you. And definitely, I've seen this happen before. And then if you're out on the work side, you're doing some digging or whatever you're doing, knowing how to use the body so you don't strain yourself, knowing how to lift things so you don't strain yourself, and knowing how to move and go slowly, not overly slowly, but just moving at a good pace so that we get things done in a good way. And it's not just slapdash or rushed, because then we just have to redo it later anyway. It ends up taking longer. So it's just mindfulness. It's all about mindfulness. Everything is mindfulness. The practice is not about what sort of special meditations we can get, what sort of special practices we can achieve. If we do all those things, but there's not mindfulness coupled with them, then they're worthless. So it's all about mindfulness. If anything we do that increases our mindfulness is something that's going to help the practice. This is what all of the Ajahns teach. Leave that for reflection this morning.